usually the deal done at the trade deadline, you think, okay, things are changing in the locker room.
Yeah. Well, I mean, essentially they are, but just at a later time. Mm-hmm. And you got to trust what our coaching staff is doing. And I know Calvin is an unbelievable talent, and it's just going to add to us moving forward next year. Not saying that we're already looking that far ahead, but I guess you got to capitalize and take advantage if you can get a talent like that early before anybody else gets a jump on it.
All right. Obviously, the Raiders. This is the homecoming game, or the reverse homecoming.
Sure. Yeah.
Does this one have any meaning to you? I know you're going to prepare as you prepare, but something else, something extra to it?
It definitely does mean a little bit more to me, I think. Just because of the relationship that I have with that team, although it is a different team, obviously they revamped themselves, but I have a lot of good friends over there that I'm excited to compete against for sure.
They're also having a season that they had bigger expectations this year. When a team like that is coming in, do you expect them to play or prepare differently at this point in the year?
Do I expect them to prepare differently?
Yeah. Because, I mean, you guys are kind of in a similar situation in terms of needing to win. And
I don't think they just throw everything out the window. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they stick with what they're doing, their process of how they feel as though they need to execute and things like that. And as for us, we maintain focused on executing, how we do and what's the best for us. So, I mean, I'm excited, looking forward to the matchup for sure.
Doug talked about a little bit today about the kind of advice he can give Trevor in dealing with probably the most criticism he's probably ever gotten as a quarterback.
Trevor's getting a lot of criticism?
Well, in social media and all. I don't know if he's paying attention to it or not.
I think that if you're like on social media talking about it, I don't know. Maybe that's not someone. I don't listen to it.
Yeah.
So
certainly you talk about struggles in being a guy who hardly lost it all in high school and college, and here he is, second year, 2 coaches and the whole bit, and still not having the kind of success that he's used to having.
Yeah.
As a veteran, is there anything that you tell him or have any conversations about making sure that that stuff doesn't creep in?
Sure. I'm sure from a very, very young age there's a lot of expectation to go along with Trevor and the winning statistics that he's had in high school and college. But I would tell him this, not everybody likes Michael Jordan, not everybody likes LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? And those are 2 of the most decorated type people who won championships, and someone's still going to find something wrong with them. Someone's still not going to like them for whatever reason. So he could be doing everything right now, and someone's still not going to like him for a particular reason. But his struggles, we all have struggles. No one's lost trust in him. Everyone has faith in him. The wide receiver room has faith in him. And I would hope in return he has the same sort of trust in us. So I'm behind 16. I know that Christian and all these guys are. And let's just not panic. Let's just let him breathe and let him do his thing, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah, middle of the season here, sometimes you see a team that'll get tight and start trying to make too much of a play.
Sure.
You still have to kind of lay back and do your thing without making too much of it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm just letting the game flow to you and being patient with. There's going to be growing pains in every aspect, but not forcing things. And I think the one thing I say that this team has done very well is I've been on some other teams that have some experience in this league, and it's easy to get in this position and start pointing fingers. And I feel as though this team has really meshed well together. I think everyone's holding themselves accountable and looking in the mirror at what they could have done better. And no one's starting it's their fault, it's his fault, it's the coach's fault, it's the players can't. No one's done that yet. At least I haven't heard it. So I think it's a safe space for us to just look at each other, hold them accountable, hold ourselves accountable, and move forward. But it's a fun locker room to still come into and come to work in.
Can you put your finger on why some locker rooms don't turn on each other and why some do?
I got to get a credit to ownership and our management as far as bringing certain types of people in here, the culture that they want, going out into free agency and grabbing someone like Marv, grabbing someone like Christian. These are handpicked people to be here to help build a strong foundation for a culture. So I won't knock anybody, but if you don't get the person right, the player could be great, the player can be bad, but if the person's not right, I think that's how a locker room falls apart. And I feel like we have some really key ingredients here in this locker room of guys who just embrace their role, embrace where they're at. And I'll tell you what, not everyone I know goes into an NFL locker room and still enjoying what they're doing despite the record. And this is a place where, turn around, guys are playing ping pong, and someone's going, oh, they're playing ping pong, that's why they can't. But, we love each other.
Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah,
ping pong.
Yeah, back hand, front hand, there you go.